humans need us so desperately.
Hey, what it do, chat? Welcome to the deeper level.
Now what do you want? Go on, I'm waiting.
Hey, Glay. Oh snap! Why did I? Man, why did I bring? Oh my goodness. son, OG. What up, brother? How you doing, man? Shoot, not a lot, man. Just doing some void intercept fights. Man, great, bro. Had a week's vacation in Las Vegas last week, man. So I am good. Yeah, nothing like getting a little R&R, man, and, you know, getting a chance to relax and just kind of get a break from it all, you know? Man, you gotta de-stress, bro. Because life can be something else. I mean, even people with their head on straight, you know, like us, you know, sometimes you can get overwhelmed in the hustle and bustle of life, you know, and you got to be able to detox and take a load off. I got inventory issues. Yeah, get a change of scenery. Exactly. Man, for real, bro. Trust me, I get it. I know exactly how it can be. Believe me, I do. N3000, what's up, brother? Man, trying to get it in, bro. Man, getting to see that boy Noah Lyles run was something impressive. Man, you know what, bro? Yeah, no, for sure. N3000, man, keep going, bro. You know, like you say, if you was gonna do it, it's definitely got to be in the mindset that you're doing it. You got to do it because you want to do it. Because if you do it based on people, and that's anything in life, you know, you'll never really have satisfaction out of it. I tell people, you know, even from a, you know, work standpoint, the money you make in life is a byproduct of enjoying what you do. If you genuinely don't enjoy what you do, you know, that's even like me. Even though I got a wife and kids, I'm not about to get up and go do something every day just out of sheer obligation. Like, I want to enjoy it, and I really enjoy my job, you know, because it's something I like doing. So yeah, I feel you on that, man. Do it because you want to do it. As far as me, son, man, really, I'm just chilling, bro. Like, you know, I'll get back to it at some point. Um, but I don't even really know what I want to do next is like far as 100%. Like, I've got this idea, but you know, it's just a matter of pulling the pieces together. Once some upcoming games drop, pulling some key pieces together from those particular games. So yeah, you know, it's in the back of my mind. Let's see, Hungry Sonic. Electric conductor, electric gun barrel, electric priority. Oh yeah, these are some nice modules.
This operation, it's just white.
Let me tell you how I managed to.
Are you ready to be shocked?
Hey, that's what's up, son, man. Congratulations, bro. Yeah, do the thing, man. Yes, sir. And now's the time, man. You know, in 2024, um, in 2024, man, it's really time to be
Go
about,
on, I'm waiting.
you know, our business and our Father's business. Um, so you know, if you've got this idea of what you want to do and what you want to make happen, man, go for it, bro. Well, I can tell you this much, in 3000, I don't know the particular situation, but you know what I do know is that there's a lot of times in life where being the bigger person hurts. It takes a lot of forgiveness. You know, it takes a lot of patience, but in the end, it's always the decision that lets you rest better, and knowing that you could have, you know, took matters in your own hands, and it could have went left. You could have treated it or handled it a different way, but in the end, man, there's some times where I had to do the exact same thing, and you know, I was glad I went that way. It hurt during the time, but I was glad I went that way. Ah, okay, okay, gotcha. You know, I had wondered, when you said that if it was along those lines, but you know, I didn't know for sure. Um, but yeah, that was, man, that was a raw deal, to be honest, man. I mean, they really didn't have to handle it like that, you know, simply because of just the years, you know, the many years that I've known you. You know, I know you ain't about that, so I don't even see how they could have, you know, played that card. But that's foul, man. But I promise you, man, God gonna bless you in the end, bro. Like, for real, for real. Exactly, exactly, son. I got some stuff I can craft, but see, where do I get that? All day, every day. All day, every day.
If
And
there's something
sometimes in
you
the
need,
process of
you
doing
need to
that,
pay.
we feel like we losing. But I promise you, all things work together. Exactly. Exactly. In the end, we're gonna always win, bro. And I promise you, throughout that process, sometimes it's like, man, I ain't getting nowhere with this. Stuff ain't changing. You know, it ain't happening for me. And then lo and behold, because I tell people all the time, you are not yet who you will be. None of us are. You know, we're all growing, but I'm seeing as, you know, the days go by, um, just the evolution of who I was into who I am currently. And this ain't even the final stop, you know, for none of us, man. So, you know, by all means, keep going, keep grinding, keep your head up,
Ask me anything about modules.
do what we know is right to do. Oh, yes, sir. Electric charge. Man, I tell you what, hit me up on Thursday, bro. Hit me up on Thursday, son. Cause I got my days back now that I got, you know, vacation out the way and stuff like that. Cause you know, I get, you know, some off days every month, but I used up a week's vacation last month in July doing the whole Vegas thing. So of course, while I was there, uh, you know, I didn't take any other off days outside of just the initial vacation, but I got my off days back for this month. All right, so I finished the battle pass. So I'm on Central Time. Uh, Shoot, man, anytime after, like, honestly, 9 a.m. We enjoyed it. You know, me and the missus went to see it together. Twitch hit you with an ad, so you heard none of that. Oh man, my bad. No, I was just saying anytime after 9 o'clock. And I'm on Central Time, so yeah. Anytime after 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. Cause I'm an early bird, man. So I definitely be up.
If all modules were the same, I'd be out of a job, right?
Oh, you had okay, gotcha. Yeah, man, boy, you said that to the right time, son. Cause I promise you, man, I was just about to say some things. Hey, you and me both in 3000. I promise you, I was just about to say some things, man. Oh boy, he responded at the right time. Man, oh man. Yeah, yeah, it did too. And I think the Agatha All Along drops next month. I think in September on Disney Plus.
Are you ready to be shocked?
Man, I honestly didn't see that coming initially, son. But you know, um, if they go the route, which I think that's the route that they're going, which me and N3000 talked about this like a week ago, with one of Stark's variants becoming Doctor Doom. I mean, you know, just have to see what way they go with it, man. I know it's a lot of people that's 50-50 because a lot of people wanted to see Cillian Murphy play Doctor Doom, which to me, Cillian Murphy is a good actor. Um, but again, if they're going the route of a Stark variant, then you know you don't get anybody else outside of RDJ to play a Stark. But of course, him doing Doom is another thing. But he said in his interview that he liked playing complicated characters, and I mean, hands down, RDJ did the best job anybody could have done as being Tony Stark. So he practically um, is responsible, even his friendships, for a lot of the movies that we saw in the first phase of things. I mean, so I'm an RDJ fan, but again, I just got to see how they pull this off, because the execution is going to be everything. They did a lot of ball dropping with phase 4, and I know they was pushed to make like a quick decision on how to recover things because of Kang doing what he did. I mean, I personally wish that they had finished his arc, but I don't know, man. They pretty much just scrapped everything. Yeah, I don't get that. I mean, even if replacing Kang as an actor was complicated, even if it was a situation like who else do we get to play this guy? I mean, I still probably would have took the chance on finding another actor to finish the Kang story arc, because they had invested so much in it. I mean, everything up until that point was about Kang, and now you just scrap that. Because the way I look at it, if I'm the CEO or the suits or whatever, the way I'm looking at it is, hey, we done invested in making Kang a thing. Let's go ahead and finish it out, even if we finish it out as Kang being a different actor. Okay, whatever. But still finish that, because the content that you have with Doctor Doom, if that's just what you wanted to do, that could have always still been done. And you still get as much content as you can from a business standpoint. You still get as much content as you can out of that particular story arc before you just jump to the next one. Because to me, you're not really milking it for everything you can. You should have finished the Kang story. Yeah, I mean the Ant-Man movie did, yeah. I mean, well, but see again, that's why I'm saying they made a lot of phase 4 mistakes. But I mean, you already in so deep. It's like, at least keep going with the character. because they made a lot of movies that wasn't good. You know, Captain Marvel 2. I mean, they did a lot of horrible stuff in Phase 4. Um, so you know, you had already dug that. Honestly, in Phase 4, um, the Disney Plus stuff was better, and that ain't saying a whole lot. But the Disney Plus stuff was better than the actual movies, in my opinion, of Phase 4. Um, Even though the Disney Plus stuff just wasn't great, but still it was far better than the cinematic movies were. And see, with that, even with what Feige said, we definitely was able to tell. You know, they just rushed and threw a bunch of stuff out there. I mean, because you had something, shoot, man, that was every month in Phase 4. 1 month it's a TV show, the next month a movie. 1 month TV show, next month a movie. I mean, back to back to back to back to back, they just throwing all this stuff out of there. And yeah, I know Disney is a large company and there's a lot of writers, but you know, again, going back to what you said in 3000, it was rushed, you know, and you could tell they started doing the same stuff that DC did. Whereas MCU fans was always critical about DC and how they just rushed and threw a bunch of, you know, characters in one movie and just tried to make it all work. And that was the thing that separated the MCU from the DCU, of how well they executed, you know, dropping one movie a year or maybe two a year, having time to really tell these stories and these backstories and introduce these characters, and so it made sense. Exactly, instead of five, you know, and cutting that down to a 2 movie cycle. I mean, that's the only way you're gonna really have time to do it right, you know, and not rush it. But you know, gone are the days of the first 10 years of the MCU. I mean, that is a masterpiece. You know, everything from the start to end game, like they'll never be able to top that, in my opinion. Um, but it's just a testament of how well planning um, these phases helps. Like when it's well planned and well executed, like everything made sense. Every decision, you know, they took the time to tell these stories, and so when it built up to Thanos, when he was finally introduced, like we was ready for it. Nothing felt like, oh well, you know, because it took 10 years to get there. But yeah, like you say, to just take Kang and say, oh, we're done with it, throw it out the door. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, everything wasn't perfect. Dark World definitely sucked. Um, that was the second Thor movie. Honestly, Thor's best work um, was Ragnarok. You know, to me, Ragnarok was the best movie. I didn't even really like Thor 4, Love and Thunder. I definitely didn't like Dark World. Dark World is the worst out of the, Thor individual movies. But exactly, nobody will bat 1,000%. Nobody will bat 1,000%. There's going to be some mistakes, but again, like you said, they came close. If it was a well executed um, arc overall. And to me, the first Captain Marvel was a trash movie. Now, see, in my opinion, son, the best trilogy was the Captain America stuff, in my opinion. Um, Captain America 1, 2, and 3, if you compare Cap movies, in my opinion, if you separated them and said, okay, you can only choose one superhero that had the best movies out of all the MCU stuff, I'm going with Captain America. I mean, hands down, it was the right amount of cameos. They didn't overdo it. Um, so right, exactly. It's storytelling. It was such, and to me, my favorite solo movie from the MCU. If I could just pick one movie to say this was the greatest movie out of the whole MCU, to me, it's gonna be Captain America 2, Winter Soldier. I mean, that's like, I mean, uh, storytelling, fight scenes. Winter Soldier to me is hard to beat. Um, but yeah, the Cap stuff, man, and he really brought that character to life just as much as RDJ did Iron Man, in which he'll tell you that. I know a lot of people brag on his Iron Man, but he'll say how important um, Chris Evans' Captain America was to the whole arc of things. Yeah, it is. N3000, I agree. Oh yeah, yeah. I know how you feel about Spider-Man, bro. Trust me. And he is hands down the most popular Marvel character in my opinion. I think he carries Marvel on his back as far as popularity. Um you know what, N3000, I won't fight that one bit. Um I won't fight that one bit. I know exactly what you're saying. Uh, the best MCU stuff, Homecoming and Winter Soldier. Of course, I'm giving the edge to Winter Soldier, but Homecoming is definitely that movie as well. But Blade 1 and Deadpool 1, man, Blade, man, and it's really some stuff, boy, that I want to say. Uh, but you know what I'm talking about. In 3000, Blade 1. I mean, Wesley Snipes actually kicked the Marvel Cinematic Universe off the right way. That dude is way underrated, way underrated. Because Blade 1 is one of those movies that I could watch over and over and over again. I feel just as strong about Blade 1 as I do Batman 1989 with Michael Keaton. Uh, Deadpool 1. Those movies do not get old. Um, yeah, that, and if anybody argued that, they out of their mind in 3000. If we talking facts and being honest, if Blade 1 ain't in somebody's conversation as one of the GOAT movies that's Marvel related, you know, yeah, you find somebody that argue those two movies that you just threw out there, man, and they smoking. Go back and check it out, son, because I'm telling you, Deadpool 1, the execution of it, you know, go back and check that out. I mean, and Ryan Reynolds was born to play like nobody else. You couldn't cast nobody else as Deadpool. You just couldn't do it. Not out of today's lineup of actors. Now, maybe 20 years from now, somebody will be born that we don't know about, but you could not have gotten anybody to play that role outside of Ryan Reynolds. Exactly. Like, they are great standalone movies. I totally feel and agree with what you're saying in 3000. Like, a person that's not, if you just remove the name Marvel off of it, if nobody didn't know he was a Marvel character or nothing like that, you just said, hey, watch Blade or watch Deadpool, and just don't even be like, oh, it's a Marvel movie, it's a comic movie. They're great movies just in general. But so that we can really talk, son, if you can check that movie out, bro, go check it out. Um, yeah, go check out Deadpool and Wolverine, man. Cause exactly ASAP. Cause it's some stuff, man, that we need to talk about, like, for real. Oh, okay. Let me clear some inventory space. That's the problem. That's the problem. Right, exactly. It dropped at a time to where even though it wasn't MCU, like it was above that level. Exactly. It felt like MCU. All right, now let me say that.
Are you?
Yeah, yeah. 16 was dope. Yeah, now that y'all mention it on all spectrums too. Definitely not just movies. See, man, it's 6:08 already. Yeah, man, Sparking Zero is on his way, brother. Been waiting for 16 years? Yes, sir. It's been a long time.
Descendant, we've been waiting for you. Our soldiers have suffered extensive casualties while holding off the enemy onslaught. These resources were seized from the enemy fortress. They must be transported safely to Albion.
Yeah, that's a long time, and we still didn't even really know if it would happen.
The bulk is closing in, and one that took out a lot of our soldiers. It must be stopped.
Oh man, I don't know. But it's definitely coming. We know that for a fact.
It would be a huge tactical loss if we surrendered our resources to the enemy. We must defend the supplies at all costs.
Being a speedster is so fun. I really wish they would give us like an actual Flash game.
Descendant, signals indicate that our storage box has been damaged.
Both on Warframe, really? And I know what this gets the Warframe comparison a lot. What? Hang on 1 second, chat. Be right back. All right, chat, I'm back. So we got quite a few things that are dropping this month that's really, really good. Of course, the beta test for Marvel Rivals is still going. I'm about to get on some of that as soon as I grab something to eat. And then Black Myth Wukong is dropping this month on the 19th, I think.
Magisters are probably
And then
humanity's
Star
real
Wars
goal,
Outlaws is
don't you
dropping.
think?
And that's the cool thing. Like, don't get me wrong, I like looters, but you need that balance to be able to switch, because you know you'll get burnt out on just doing the grind continually. I bet that Peacemaker gonna be nice. Yeah, Black Myth gonna be it, bro. Black Myth is definitely gonna be that game. All right, chat. I'm about to hop off, grab something to eat, and then I'm gonna jump back on and play some Marvel Rivals.
If it's new research, I'm listening.
Good to chat with y'all, fellas, man. Like I said, I'm gonna be on some Rivals later on, but yeah, I'll catch up.